What's going on, Meta fam? We have an exciting video for you today. We have a lot of new information that's going to be put out here, and we're going to take a little trip down memory lane and talk about what happened almost about a year ago with some glitches that happened in brokerages with over $100 dividend glitching on their brokerage platform. So first, today marks 394 days since the MMTLP U3 halt. Guys, we are approaching 400 days since the halt. Could you imagine? We are still going to be hitting almost 400 days here in the next 6 days. Thank you, RareDD, for keeping up with this. The post here today says the NYSE fined Ari Rubenstein GTS Securities just $10 million for spoofing over the span of 6 years, nearly their entire time on the NYSE. In the same time, GTS has been named in 2 spoofing lawsuits from the OTC issuers. Why hasn't FINRA investigated GTS? That is a great question. Why haven't they invested GTS? Because we know they're all golf buddies, they're all best friends, they take care of each other, and that's why. Moving forward here, MMTLP Resources, MMTLP Studios put out this video here, guys. This is an 18-minute video. It is the MMTLP story. Learn about collusion and fraud in today's U.S. stock market. Over 1 year, FINRA halted the trading on MMTLP. More than 64,000 investors are still left with nothing. See how this can happen to you in your own IRA and 401k. How can you fight a free and fair market? This video here is a must watch. Please go watch it. You can watch it here from Crucial Mix. You can also go to MMTLP Studios on YouTube and watch it as well. That video is very well put together. Nice production. Huge shout out to everyone that had a part in that video there. All right, I retweeted this the other day. This is an old tweet from January the 14th, 2023. So coming up here in about a week, there was this here. Anyone remember this broker glitch from about a year ago? And I put out this little video here of screenshots.
Hey Terry, it's Zan Carr here. Just showing you, I got my OG shares was 266 showing here in my Scotiabank iTrade account as Nextbridge hydrocarbon shares, common shares. That was my original 266, and now you see also here I have my 1235.
There it is.
Hey Terry.
So this person here, Zan Carr, sent me this screenshot, well, this recording actually, from about a year ago of his brokerage here having this glitch, showing it $102.82 dividend. Let's listen to this.
It's Zan Carr here. Just showing you, I got my OG shares was 266 showing here in my Scotiabank iTrade account as Nextbridge hydrocarbon shares, common shares. That was my original 266, and now you see.
And there you can see it shows him here, shares 1,235, and it shows here $126,000 US at $102.82 a share. So this was an iScotia account. Scotia account and iTrade. So very interesting that glitch. I wanted to bring that back because a lot of you probably remember it, but just we might have forgot about it because there was so much going on around that time, and that brokerage had that glitch happen of showing that price range. So that's very interesting to know. There's been a lot of numbers thrown around, and we don't know what's really going to come out of everything, but that's one number that brokerage is showing. You know, it's a supply and demand, and that's what it's going to boil down to. How much are you short? What price will entice someone? You know, what would the price be to entice someone to sell their shares? We showed you the video from my last video where people had sell points at $300, at $500, at $1,000, up to like $3,000 and $5,000. People had sell points, and until they got enough shares to cover all the nakeds, all the synthetics, all the counterfeits, those prices would have to be met to acquire the shares they needed to cover. All right, Johnny Tobacco here. The boys just chilling with the OG himself. Here's the last and only guy to hand Ari Rubenstein his ass on a platter. That's right. Patrick Byrne and I are discussing how to total systematic failure the markets are. Ari probably still has nightmares about Patrick Byrne. Hey, Ari, guess who's back? Boo. And there is Johnny Tobacco of Patrick Byrne. Guys, Patrick Byrne, if you don't know, is the Overstock CEO, former Overstock CEO. And here you can see he tagged Junk Savvy, Busy Branch, John Berta, Drew, and JT Smith here. So very exciting stuff, guys. The Johnny Tobacco, has been fighting for us. Patrick Byrne has been in a few Twitter spaces and heard about the MMTLP story. So this would be very huge if we can get Patrick Byrne back to maybe help us out in this situation. Johnny Tobacco also shared her under the Wise Guys account. Who won Airy GTS? Listed OSTK Divi stock May 7, 2020. Looks to me like the Divi was distributed shortly thereafter. Its stock went from $15 to $100. Patrick Byrne won, Airy 0. So that's right. How awesome would it be to get, like I said, Patrick Byrne to join our side as well? Kenny here had this post I wanted to highlight. He tagged here Joshua White. Says, I asked Dr. White what was his take on the trade station situation. A former SEC economist says, at a first glance, surprising. Can't wait till he digs into it. If we click on the tweet here and go up to, here it was. Kenny says, good morning, Dr. White. What's your take on the trade station situation? He says, I haven't dug into enough to opine, but at first glance, it was surprising. Says, thank you. When you get a chance to dig in, can you let us know what you think? That's huge. He replied back to Kenny there. So thank you, Kenny, for reaching out here to a former SEC economist. He says, at first, surprising. Guys, this is just amazing stuff that we're reaching out to all different people on social media. And coming up here on this next one, it's going to it just keeps getting more exciting. So here's how it all started. Mad Mikey tagged Paul Plut. Guys, Paul Plut has over 3 million. If I can get it to come up here. Paul Plut has over 3.1 million followers over here on Twitter. And if you don't, Paul Plut's very popular. Plut, MMTLP, on the cusp of getting a resolution. We are leading the pack. And our BBBYQ friends are next if we're able to provide a roadmap. Can you get us more exposure? I'd love to plan a call to chat. Here's talking about the latest tweets of the trade station. This here is the FOIA request. And Paul Plut did reply and said, explain to me the whole situation like I'm a 5th grader. Glass Guy here did put out a video, a 1-minute clip video trying to quickly explain it. I pitched in and said MMTLP, John Berta would be perfect for Paul Plut. John Berta would be perfect to bring you up to speed at Paul Plut. And John Berta replied back saying, send him the video, send him the recently released I can't even talk to him. I'm just so amped up. Sent him the video recently released and the one from me and Al from Boston. That will get him started. I said perfect start. If you don't know what that is, this video was released December 13th, 2022. That's right. Shortly after the U3 halt, this interview happened with Al from Boston. This video now has over 30,000 views. It is a 48-minute video, and it goes over everything. It'll get you up to speed. All right. And the newest thing here, Junk Savvy, attention calling all RBC, US, and Canada shareholders. Challenge accepted. Let's do it again. As of January 1st, 2024, if you did not have your shares forced transferred to AST and are still holding shares of MMTLP, NBH, and RBC, US, RBC Canada, please help us validate your shares and prove broker number 2 of their certificate allotment, to validate your shares. There is a link here after you provide your information. Please upload documents to the MMTLP NBH holdings. So there you go. There is the next one, guys. If you have shares in calling all RBC, US and Canada shareholders, please get a hold of Junk Savvy here at Junk Savvy on Twitter, and she will get you there. There's also a link here, so go follow her on Twitter. A lot of information in this video. Recapping real quick. We are 394 days in. We got the MMTLP video out there on MMTLP resources on YouTube. We had the glitch from about a year ago showing a $102 dividend. Johnny Tobacco is with Patrick Byrne, and Patrick Byrne is the one that kicked Ari Rubenstein's ass. That's right, with the OSTK dividend. We got Dr. White, a former SEC economist, looking into the possible trade station ordeal. We got Paul Plut, now possibly interested in the MMTLP situation as well. This is just a fantastic bunch of news all compiled together for one video. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, smash a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below. Love and appreciate every single one of you all. Peace.